Leo, if you clicked on this reading, it's because the universe knew you needed to hear this right now. They are going to chase you. The person who hurt you in the past is currently drowning in regret, realizing they made the biggest mistake of their life. And this August, they are finally making their move. But here is the twist they don't want you to know. They aren't just coming back because they miss you. They are coming back because they are completely obsessed. And they've been hiding a massive secret about why they pulled away in the first place. Before we dive into this intense energy, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. And make sure to like and subscribe to claim this August love energy. Let's get into it, Leo. This reading already feels incredibly intense. I need you to take a deep breath right now, because the energy surrounding you and this specific person is thick. It is heavy, it is magnetic, and it is absolutely impossible to ignore. If you've been feeling a sudden shift in the atmosphere, sudden wave of emotion out of nowhere, or if you've been seeing repeating numbers like 1111, 222, or 808, especially now in August, this is your confirmation. This does not feel random. This is a direct spiritual download, and the universe is forcing this connection to the surface. What I'm picking up on right now is that this person has been completely consumed by thoughts of you, behind the scenes, while they are pretending to be fine. While they are going about their daily routine and putting on a brave face for the world, their mind is entirely fixated on you. There is a truth that has been delayed for too long, and the cards are showing me that their distance was never about a lack of love. It was about an overwhelming, paralyzing fear of how much they actually love you. Here's the thing about you, Leo. You have this radiant, undeniable fire. When you love with your whole soul. You are warm, you are generous, and you give people a sense of royalty, making them feel like they are the center of your universe. But for this person, that kind of intense, unconditional love was terrifying. They looked at you and they saw someone who was out of their league, not just physically, but energetically. You awakened something in them that they couldn't control. You made them feel things they had spent years trying to suppress. And instead of stepping up and matching your energy, their ego took over. Their emotional immaturity kicked inches. They got scared of the depth of the connection, so they did the only thing they knew how to do. They ran. They created distance. They hurt you to protect themselves. But here is the emotional turn, and this is where it gets really deep. They thought that by walking away, they would feel free. They thought the grass would be greener. They thought they could just turn off their feelings for you like a light switch, Leo. They were so wrong. The moment they created that distance, the moment they actually felt the coldness of life without your warmth, the regret started to set inches, and it didn't just set in, it consumed them. You've been feeling it, haven't you? That sudden heaviness in your chest, that random urge to check your phone at 2 a.m.? That is them projecting their energy toward you, wishing they could take back the words they said. Right now, this person is battling a massive internal war. On the outside, they might look detached. They might even be posting things on social media to make it look like they are thriving, or they might be trying to act like they don't care. But underneath that surface, it is absolute chaos. They are overwhelmed. They are constantly checking your social media. They are rereading old messages. They are looking at old photos of the two of you when things were good. They are torturing themselves with the memory of your laugh, your touch, the way you looked at them when you were in love. The silence they created is now deafening to them. I'm seeing the energy of the Five of Cups here, but reversed. The grief is shifting into a desperate realization. They are realizing that they made a colossal mistake. They hurt Leo, and karmically, the universe does not let that slide easily. They are feeling the karmic weight of their actions. They are experiencing the exact pain they caused you, and it is breaking their ego down piece by piece. The pride that kept them away is crumbling. The stubbornness that made them silent is turning into a suffocating silence that they can no longer endure. They are looking at their life right now, and everything feels empty without your vibrant energy in it, and this brings us to another massive shift. It's not just regret anymore, it's obsession, because you did the one thing they didn't expect. You didn't chase them, you didn't beg. You didn't lower your standards or compromise your Leo pride to win them back. You took your energy, you focused on yourself, and you started to glow. You leveled up, and seeing you thrive without them, seeing you shine even brighter, it is driving them absolutely crazy. It is triggering a deep primal jealousy in them. They are watching you from afar, realizing that someone else might step in and claim the love they were too foolish to keep. The question is, how long can they keep pretending they don't want you? They can't. The spiritual timing is aligning perfectly for this August. The pressure is building. The universe is putting them in situations where they are constantly reminded of you. They hear a song, they see a specific car, they smell a perfume, and it instantly triggers a wave of longing. They are feeling the energetic cord between you pulling taut. They can feel your energy shifting away from them, and that realization is sending them into a panic. They are losing control of the narrative they tried to create in their head. So, they are sitting there, paralyzed by their own feelings, knowing they need to reach out, knowing they need to fix what they broke, but they are terrified of your reaction. They know they hurt you. They know you have boundaries. They know that a Leo does not easily forgive, and they know they have to earn back your trust. They are rehearsing what they are going to say to you. They are preparing for the confession. The dam is about to break, Leo. The silence is about to end, and the truth they've been hiding is finally going to spill out. Here's the thing about your energy, Leo. You are not someone who can be easily replaced, and this person is finally realizing that the hard way. When they pulled away, they genuinely convinced themselves that they needed space. They told themselves a story that the connection was too heavy, too intense, or that they just needed to find themselves. But what I'm picking up on right now is that this was a massive lie they told to protect their own fragile ego. They didn't leave because they didn't care. They left because they cared so much that it terrified them. You acted as a mirror for them, and when they looked at you, they didn't just see your radiant, beautiful Leo light, they saw all of their own unhealed shadows, their own insecurities, and their own emotional baggage. This is the emotional turn that changes everything. You made them feel things they had spent years trying to numb. You showed them what real, unconditional, fiery love actually looks like, and it made them realize how emotionally starved they had been. But instead of stepping up and doing the inner work to match your vibration, they panicked. They felt entirely unworthy of a love this pure, so they sabotaged it. They pushed you away because your light was exposing their darkness. And it was easier to run back into their comfortable, familiar darkness than to stand in your blinding light and face their own flaws. They chose their comfort over your connection. But the universe does not reward running away from a Leo's love. And this is where the karmic consequences kick in, and this is exactly what changed for them. For a while, they thought they got away with it. They thought they could just walk away and suffer no consequences. But the spiritual timing is absolute, and the universe started applying divine pressure to their life. I'm seeing a massive tower moment for them recently. Something in their life completely fell apart. It could have been a financial hit, health scare, betrayal from a friend, or just a sudden crushing wave of depression. Whatever it was, the universe stripped away their distractions and forced them to sit in absolute silence with their own thoughts. And in that silence, the turning point happened. The emotional turn here is profound. In that quiet, painful moment, they didn't think about their pride. They didn't think about their ego. They thought about you. They realized that the only real, genuine thing in their life was the love you gave them, and they threw it away. It hit them like a ton of bricks. The realization that they are the architect of their own misery broke something inside them. The stubbornness that kept them silent shattered. They looked at the empty space beside them, and the regret was so physical, so suffocating, that they literally couldn't breathe through it. They realized they didn't just lose a partner, they lost their safe place. They lost their home. Since that awakening, their entire demeanor has shifted behind the scenes. This is why they cannot let go. They are completely addicted to the memory of how you made them feel. They are replaying every conversation, every touch, every moment you looked at them with those warm, loving eyes, and they are torturing themselves with the what ifs. What if I had just stayed? What if I had just been honest? What if I had been brave enough for you? They are drowning in these thoughts. They are experiencing a level of emotional withdrawal that they didn't even know was possible. And here is the spice. The real twist in their psychology. It's not just regret anymore. It's a deep, gnawing fear of loss. Because as you have been healing, as you have been focusing on your own glow up and reclaiming your personal power, your energy has shifted. You are no longer vibrating at the frequency of the person who was hurt by them. You are vibrating at the frequency of self-love, confidence, and independence. And they can feel that energetic shift. They can feel that you are slipping out of their grasp. This realization has triggered a massive spike in jealousy and possessiveness. They are watching you from afar, seeing you smile, seeing you thrive, and it is driving them absolutely insane. The thought of another person stepping into their place, of someone else getting to experience the warmth and royalty of your love, is making them physically sick. They are realizing that if they don't make a move, if they don't swallow their pride and face the music, they are going to lose you forever. The old cycle of avoidance and silence is dead. The turning point has been crossed. They are no longer running away, they are desperately trying to figure out how to run back to you. Leo, we need to talk about what is happening inside of them right now. Because the energy has completely shifted, we are no longer dealing with passive regret or quiet longing. What I am picking up on right now is an active, burning, undeniable obsession. The feelings they have for you have grown so strong, so heavy, and so clear that they are becoming physically impossible for this person to ignore or suppress. The dam has broken, and the emotional floodgates are wide open. Here is the raw truth about what they feel right now. They are haunted by you. Your energy is literally living rent-free in their mind, their heart, and even their dreams. I am getting strong downloads that this person is dreaming of you vividly. These aren't just fleeting, random dreams, these are cinematic, emotional dreams where you are right there beside them. Looking at them with that signature Leo warmth, or perhaps in the dream, you are walking away from them, and they are desperately trying to reach out and grab your hand but can't. They wake up from these dreams with a physical ache in their chest. They wake up reaching for their phone, their thumb hovering over your name, their heart pounding in their throat, fighting the urge to finally break the silence. And the universe is not letting them forget you for a single second. The spiritual timing right now is aggressively pushing them toward you. They are being bombarded with synchronicities. They hear a song you used to love playing in a random store. They see your initials on a license plate or a receipt. They scroll through social media, and your face or something that reminds them of you pops up 3 times in a row. The universe is literally screaming at them. Pay attention. This is your person. Do not let them go. They are trying to rationalize it, trying to tell themselves it's just a coincidence. But deep down, their soul knows the truth. They know this is a divine sign that they need to make things right. When I look at the energy surrounding their heart chakra, I am seeing the Knight of Cups paired with the Ace of Swords. This is an incredibly specific and powerful combination. The Knight of Cups represents the romantic return, the emotional offer. The person who is finally ready to wear their heart on their sleeve and come forward with a genuine gesture of love. But the Ace of Swords, that represents sudden clarity, sharp truth, and a necessary confession. This tells me exactly what they are feeling. They are done with the games. They are done with the half-truths and the vague excuses. They are preparing to come to you with absolute, unfiltered honesty. They are rehearsing what they are going to say to you. They are thinking about how to articulate the apology that has been burning a hole in their throat. They know that a simple "I'm sorry" is not going to cut it with a Leo. They know you deserve better than that. They know you deserve to hear exactly why they pulled away, why they were so afraid, and how deeply they regret letting you go. They are gathering the courage to lay their ego completely bare in front of you. They want to offer you healing. They want to offer you reconciliation. They want to look you in the eyes and tell you that you were right all along, and that they were the one who was lost. But here is the emotional turn, and it is so important for you to hear this. As much as they want to reach out, as much as they are craving your presence, there is a layer of profound vulnerability that is holding them back for just a fraction of a second longer. They are terrified of your reaction. They know they hurt you. They know they broke your trust, and the thought of you looking at them with coldness, or worse, indifference, is paralyzing them. They are scared that they have waited too long. They are scared that you have already moved on, that you have already closed the door to your heart and locked them out forever. This fear is what is causing the final delay. It's not that they don't want to contact you. It's that they are trying to figure out the perfect way to do it so that you don't reject them. They want to come back as a changed person. They want to show you that they have done the inner work, that they have faced their shadows, and that they are finally ready to match your incredible energy. They are feeling a deep spiritual pressure to step up and be the partner you always knew they could be. The longing is no longer just about missing your physical presence. It's about missing the home they felt when they were with you. They feel exposed, raw, and completely stripped of their defenses when it comes to you. They are realizing that no one else compares to you. They may have tried to distract themselves. They may have even entertained other connections or thrown themselves into work, but nothing fills the void you left behind. Every other interaction feels shallow and meaningless compared to the depth of what you shared. You are the standard, Leo. You are the benchmark, and they are painfully aware that they are the one who failed to meet it. So, the energy is primed. The apology is written in their heart. The desire to return is overwhelming. They are standing on the edge of a massive decision, ready to take the leap and finally speak their truth to you. The return is imminent. The confession is loaded and ready to fire. But, just as they are gathering the absolute final ounce of courage to reach out, there is a shadow in the room. There is an outside energy, complication, that is trying to muddy the waters and create one last layer of friction before this reunion can happen. Leo, just as they are gathering the absolute final ounce of courage to reach out, just as they are ready to lay their heart bare and offer you that profound apology, we have to talk about the shadow in the room, because this is where the energy gets incredibly murky, and I need you to listen to me very closely right now. There is a complication. There is an outside energy, third-party interference, that has been actively trying to sabotage this connection from the very beginning. And this interference is the exact reason why their return has been delayed just a little bit longer than the universe intended. What I'm picking up on is that this person has not been operating in a vacuum. Since the two of you disconnected, they have been surrounded by people who do not have your best interests at heart. And more importantly, they do not have this connection's best interests at heart. I am seeing the energy of the Seven of Swords here, mixed with a lot of whispering, gossip, and hidden agendas. There is someone in their inner circle, maybe an old friend, family member, or even someone from their past who has been feeding them lies about you. Here's the thing about this third party. They are deeply jealous of the bond you and this person share. They saw the way this person looked at you. They saw the magnetic, undeniable pull between the two of you, and it terrified them. They saw how much this person changed for the better when they were with you, and instead of celebrating it, this outside person felt left out. They felt replaced, and so, in their own insecurity, they decided to poison the well. They have been telling this person things like they've already moved on, or they were never really that into you anyway, or they're talking about you behind your back. They have been twisting your words, misrepresenting your actions, and trying to convince this person that you are cold, that you are indifferent, or that you never truly loved them. And because this person was already in a state of fear, emotional immaturity, and regret, their ego was vulnerable. They listened to the whispers. They let the doubt creep inches. This is the first massive emotional turn in this chapter. The delay in their reaching out wasn't just about their own internal fear. It was because their mind was being actively manipulated by outside noise. They were sitting in their room, wanting to text you, wanting to call you, but this outside voice was in their ear saying, "Don't do it. They don't want you. You'll just look pathetic." They were paralyzed not just by their own pride, but by the toxic gossip of someone who wanted to keep them small and single. But here is the second emotional turn, and this is for you, Leo. You knew your intuition was screaming at you. Have you been feeling a sudden wave of frustration, sense of injustice, or a feeling of being misunderstood lately? Have you felt like there is a heavy, stagnant energy blocking your path, like you're trying to walk through mud? That wasn't just your imagination. That was you picking up on the energetic interference of this third party. Your Leo intuition is incredibly sharp, and your spirit was reacting to the lies being spoken about your character. You felt the distortion of your truth, even if you didn't know the exact details of who was saying it. Now, here is where the universe steps in and flips the script, because the spiritual timing in August is all about truth and exposure. The universe does not allow a karmic soulmate connection to be destroyed by petty gossip. I am seeing the energy of the Ace of Swords cutting through the illusions. The truth is coming to light, and this third party is about to be exposed. This person you are connected to is starting to wake up to the manipulation. This is the third emotional turn. The more they obsess over you, the more they replay your memories. The more they realize that the things this third party has been saying about you simply do not align with the soul-deep love they experienced with you. They are looking at the lies, and suddenly, the fog is lifting. They are realizing that they have been played. They are starting to see this third party for who they really are. The jealousy is showing. The toxic whispers are backfiring. And instead of pushing this person further away from you, this outside interference has actually done the exact opposite. It has ignited a fierce protective fire inside of them. They are getting angry. They are realizing that someone tried to steal their happiness. Someone tried to rob them of the love of a lifetime, and they are not going to let it happen. This is the friction we needed to see, Leo. It feels terrible in the moment. It feels like a massive block, but it is actually the catalyst for their ultimate awakening. They are done listening to the noise. They are done letting other people dictate their love life. The outside energy is being cut off. The gossip is being silenced. They are realizing that the only opinion that matters, the only truth that matters, is the truth between the two of you. They are preparing to shut down this third party, to set a massive boundary, and to clear the path so they can finally come to you without any shadows, without any doubts, and without any outside influence. The interference is failing. The lies are crumbling. And now that the air is finally being cleared, we need to talk about exactly what happens next, because the near future prediction here is incredibly specific, and it is happening much faster than you think. Leo, now that the smoke is clearing, and that toxic outside interference is finally being cut off, we need to talk about the immediate future, because the universe is not making this person wait any longer, and quite frankly, neither are they. The dam is breaking. What I'm picking up on right now is a massive, undeniable shift from internal obsession to external action. They are done suffering in silence. They are done letting fear dictate their life. The near future prediction here is incredibly strong, and it is happening much faster than your logical mind might expect. Here's the thing about this next phase: it is not going to be a subtle hint. This is not going to be a random, casual hey or a vague Instagram story reaction. No, the energy of the Eight of Wands is flashing brightly in this reading, which means sudden, rapid, and direct communication. They are going to reach out to you in a way that completely shatters the silence you've grown used to. And the first emotional turn here is the realization of how exposed they are going to be. They know that a casual text won't work on a Leo. They know you see right through superficial gestures, so they are preparing to give you the one thing you've always deserved: absolute, unfiltered honesty. When this contact happens, and for some of you, this is going to be in the next few days, specifically under the intense, fiery energy of this August, it's going to catch you off guard. I'm seeing this happening late at night or in the very early hours of the morning. The veil is thin, the spiritual pressure is at its peak, and they simply won't be able to hold the energy in anymore. They will be lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, feeling the energetic cord between you pulling so tight it physically aches, and they will finally pick up their phone. But here is the second emotional turn, and it's a big one. When they finally send that message, or when they finally call you and leave that long emotional voicemail, it won't just be about missing you. It will be a full surrender. They are going to drop their ego at the door. They are going to admit that they were wrong. They are going to confess that the distance was a mistake, that their pride was a shield for their insecurity, and that every single day away from you has been a living nightmare. They are going to validate everything you felt, everything you knew in your gut, and everything you tried to tell them when you were together. Hearing them say the words, "I was wrong, and you were right," is going to feel like a massive karmic release. But let's go deeper, because the physical meeting or the deep, hours-long phone call that follows this initial contact is where the real magic happens. This is the third emotional turn, when you finally sit across from them, or when you truly hear the tremble in their voice. You are going to see a completely different person. The arrogant, detached, or avoidant energy they used to project is completely gone. In its place is someone who is raw, vulnerable, and looking at you with absolute reverence. They are going to look at you and realize just how much power they have handed over to you. They are putting their heart on a silver platter, completely at your mercy. They are going to tell you about the moments they almost reached out but stopped themselves. They are going to confess the jealousy they felt when they saw you glowing up. They are going to explain the spiritual awakenings they've had, the dreams they've had of you, and the profound, terrifying realization that you are their twin flame, their soulmate, their ultimate counterpart. They aren't just asking for a second chance. They are begging for the opportunity to prove that they have done the inner work. They are offering you commitment, they are offering you consistency, and they are offering you the kind of devoted, fiercely loyal love that a Leo truly requires. However, here is the tension, the spice that keeps this from being a perfectly settled fairy tale just yet. While they are coming to you with open arms and a broken down ego, the outcome is not 100 guaranteed because the power dynamic has completely flipped. They are initiating, they are confessing, and they are chasing, but you hold the keys to the kingdom now. The universe is bringing them back to your doorstep, but it is up to you to decide if you want to open the door. This is where the karmic exposure really settles inches. They know they hurt you, and they know that forgiveness from a Leo is not given lightly. It is earned. They are standing in the fire of their own making, waiting to see if your warmth will welcome them back in, or if your boundaries will keep them out. The return is imminent, the confession is loaded, and the chase is officially on. But as they step into your orbit once again, you need to know exactly how to handle this massive influx of energy without losing your own center. Leo, we have arrived at the most crucial part of this reading, and I need you to listen to me very closely right now. Because knowing that they are going to chase you, knowing that they are drowning in regret and preparing to make a massive move, is only half of the equation. The other half is what you are going to do when they finally show up at your door. And this is where the energy shifts from their awakening to your ultimate empowerment. You see, when someone who hurt you suddenly comes back begging for forgiveness, the natural human instinct is to want to rush in to fix it, to heal the wound immediately. But for you, my beautiful Leo, that is exactly where you must pause. Here is the first massive emotional turn you need to embrace right now. Your power in this situation does not come from what you do. It comes from what you don't do. You do not need to chase. You do not need to orchestrate a meeting. You do not need to drop hints or play games. Your entire strategy right now is simply to exist in your own radiant, unbothered energy. I am seeing the Queen of Wands energy so strongly for you right now. You are sitting on your throne, completely grounded, completely secure in your worth. The emotional realization here is profound. You must understand that your silence is actually what is driving them crazy. When you don't react, when you don't immediately fold, it forces them to sit with the weight of their actions. It forces them to realize that they cannot just snap their fingers and get you back. But I know this is hard. I know that when that message finally comes through, or when they finally reach out, your heart is going to skip a beat. The second emotional turn here is recognizing the temptation to forgive them too quickly just to relieve the tension. When they pour their heart out, when they give you that tearful, desperate confession, your Leo heart will want to melt. But you must hold your frame, you must protect your energy. Let them do the heavy lifting. If they truly regret hurting you, let them prove it through consistent, unwavering action over time. Words are cheap, Leo. Anyone can say they are sorry when they are feeling the pain of loss. But true change, true accountability, that is shown in the days, weeks, and months that follow. Do not hand over your crown just because they finally decided to look up and see it. This brings us to the deepest spiritual lesson of this entire reading, and this is the third emotional turn that will change your life forever. This entire journey, the pain, the distance, the silence, the obsession, and now the return was not just about getting this person back. It was about you getting yourself back. The universe allowed this connection to fracture so that you could see where you were giving your power away. It allowed them to walk away so that you could realize you never needed them to validate your worth. You are the prize. You are the sun around which their entire world orbits, and they are only just now realizing that they cannot survive without your light. The ultimate glow-up you are experiencing right now isn't just physical. It is a massive karmic elevation of your spirit. You are stepping into a version of yourself that is untouchable. So, as we move through the rest of this intense August energy, here is my guidance for you. Stay grounded. Keep your routines. Keep focusing on your passions, your goals, and the people who truly uplift you. When the synchronicities start flashing when you see 1111, 222, or 7, or when you suddenly get a strong gut feeling about them, just smile. Acknowledge it. Say to yourself, I see you, universe. I trust the timing, but do not obsess over it. Do not sit by the phone waiting for them to make their move. Go live your beautiful, vibrant life. Let them be the one who is obsessed. Let them be the one checking your social media, wondering what you're doing, and realizing how much they messed up. When they finally do reach out, meet them from a place of calm, not chaos. You can be warm, you can be gracious, because you are a Leo and you have a beautiful, generous heart. But you must also have boundaries of steel. Let them know, without even having to say the words, that the old dynamic is dead. If they want access to your light, they have to be willing to stand in it and do the work. They have to be willing to be the partner you always knew they could be. And if they can't, if they falter, then you simply close the door knowing that you gave them every chance and you walk forward without looking back. You are so deeply loved, Leo. You are so incredibly protected. The universe is orchestrating this reunion, but it is also orchestrating your ultimate happiness, whatever form that takes. Trust your intuition. because it has been guiding you perfectly this whole time. You have survived 100 of your bad days, and you have come out the other side looking more magnificent than ever. Take what resonates from this reading and leave the rest. If this message found you, it is because your spirit needed to hear it. Thank you so much for watching, for sharing your energy with me, and for trusting me with your heart. If this reading spoke to you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what your favorite part was. I am sending you so much love, so much light, and so much protection as you step into this beautiful new chapter. Until next time, stay radiant, stay grounded, and keep shining. Bye for now.